relationships like that enough anymore. It's old school for sure. People appreciate that. People appreciate the human touch, the personal touch. So yeah, it's great to tweet with people. It's great to send pitches on email. But don't forget, when it calls for it, and you'll know the reporters that like it, and you'll know the reporters that don't. But when you're trying to pitch stories and when you're trying to build relationships in any kind of way, make absolutely sure that you build a personal relationship with the person at the other end of the phone, at the other end of the tweet, at the other end of your social media correspondence or email. Make sure of it. It's going to get you much more success. It's going to get much more results for you. It's a strong way to start a relationship. It's a great way to keep and maintain and grow a relationship. You know, it makes it much easier to pitch in the future if they know who they're talking to at the other end of the phone or getting a tweet from at the other end of Twitter. The last point I want to talk about is desirability. You want to make yourself desirable to others. Through your voice, through your brand, show people why they need you. You may have a service that no one else knows about. You may have a service or product that no one else can do or recreate. That's your strong point. That's your selling point. That's where you want to really move ahead and forward and develop a program that gets that out there. Do everything that you do with that purpose in mind of building that type of desirability. Am I making myself more desirable to my customers, to my clients, to potential new business that comes in the door? Or am I doing this in my personal day-to-day life with my friends or with business workers or networking groups that I'm with? Always want to make sure that you're bringing something there that's showing why others need you to be a part of that group where they need your help on a specific project. There's another quote that I want to leave you with, and this is kind of where I'm going to wrap it up here tonight and open it up for a couple of questions. But there's a really good quote that I pulled in again off an article you can find right off of my favorites on Twitter. Brand is the scoreboard, not the game, okay? Brand is the scoreboard, not the game. What does that mean? That basically means that there's bigger brands that are happening out there. There's bigger brands than all of us, okay? We've all heard these social media gurus, and we've all heard these personal branding gurus that have millions of followers, and everybody in the world knows them, and they're the most respected people in the business. And that's great. Is it likely that any of us in this room, myself included, is ever going to be that guy? Probably not. But what you can do is you can be that to your niche, okay? Get your niche. Get your corner of the world. Find it. Own it, okay? This is really important. You don't have to be the biggest. You don't have to be the best. But you want to make sure that you're in the game on the scoreboard. You want to make sure that you're playing in the game. If you do that, and if you represent yourself that way, and promote your brand through that way, everybody's going to win. You're going to find that you get all kinds of tremendous results by just promoting your personal brand, being in the game, keeping your head in it, and moving it forward at all times. So again, I'm going to wrap it up now, but I just wanted to focus and tell you what I've been telling you the whole time now. I think I've hit on every single point of this. Has come back to the one most important fact. The oldest cliche in the book, but the best statement I think anybody's ever said. Be yourself. Be yourself, okay? Figure out what that is, figure out what you want that to be, what you want your brand to be, and go out and grab it, go out and get it, go out and push. Okay? So I want to thank you guys very much for having me here. Just a really brief little talk to you guys to fill you in a little bit. And if anybody has any questions, I'm more than happy to take them. Thank you. Yeah.
So you sort of, I was wondering if you could sort of, I guess, bring together the points of be yourself and find your niche. Because a lot of times when I think of finding your niche, it's like this one particular area, but I sort of see myself sort of like you. You know, I'm in the tech industry, in the PR marketing industry, but I'm a huge practice fan. I'm really interested in politics and all these different things. And I feel like all of those different parts, I feel like they're all a part of my brand, my personal brand, but I don't know if they all fit into one niche.
They may not all fit into one niche, but what you have to decide is where are you above all of that? You know, and maybe there's one thing that's overlying. You know, look, I'll give you a perfect example is me. You know, all of these things seem like they're kind of not related. They're